Guys, welcome to the Offerman Live event. I promise I will somehow make up for the mishaps this morning. But everybody knows what has led up to this and what we've been doing and the excitement around this and everything else. And I promise you from this point forward, it'll be smooth sailing as soon as we figure out what in the world went down. At any rate, type in the chat here. Let me know if you are currently using our software right now, if you're active, or if you're brand new here, you don't know exactly what OfferMint is, or maybe you've set aside some time and you want to go play with it and you just haven't had a chance, or you haven't got your access details, or whatever the case is. Good. Okay, that gives me a good idea. So you see there, Matt, like almost everybody is brand new on this call. So that's good. All right. So first of all, I want you guys to know that we created the most incredible membership for you guys. Type in the chat here, how many of you have gone through our membership? Let me know if you've gone through the membership. Yes? Here's what you guys want to do. And I'm going to kind of cover this today, but you really want to spend some time going through that membership. Okay. And what's going to happen is I spent a lot of time trying to do this for you guys. I took out the whiteboard. I actually went outside and mapped everything out. You're going to earn points, badges, rewards. Like, it's pretty phenomenal what we've done with it. So just remind me, guys, when we get to the end of the call to make sure that everybody has access to this. Okay. Does that make sense? But you guys got to remind me. Okay. All right, and then once you're inside the membership here, guys, I don't know if you guys noticed it or not, but we have our own internal community inside of the membership here. Has everybody seen that? Type in the chat, let me know. You're actually seeing it right now, okay? I don't know what split screen means, all right? Good, so we'll be covering all these things. We'll be using the community as we go along. And then as you go through this, guys, as you go through the courses, as you go through the membership we've created, you're going to be earning these badges as you go along. I'm going to have you do certain tasks. I'm going to ask you some questions, and then you're going to earn points, and then you're going to earn badges. So have you guys been seeing these badges posted throughout the communities? Yes. And I just want to make sure, Matt, they are seeing my screen. Yes? Okay, good.
Yes.
Good, good, good.
Yes, they
All right.
are. Yep.
Perfect. Perfect. So as you go through that membership, we do things a little bit different, guys. You will be seeing these badges throughout the whole entire community. And those are people that are taking massive action with what we're doing. Okay. So watch out for those badges. When you see them, make sure you give a big congratulations. Also, how many of you have downloaded our mobile app? Type in the chat, let me know. How many of you have downloaded our mobile app? If you haven't, you're going to want to do so, and I will definitely give you guys a link right after this call where you can download that app. Okay, so let's talk about OfferMint, right? So this is a software that you guys have access to, all right? And I'm going to kind of talk to you about, what our vision was with this, why it came about, and kind of the next phase and where we're going to this, okay? But as soon as you log in, to the software, you guys are going to see the screen that looks just like this, okay? And it's an onboarding screen, and it's going to walk you through the whole entire process. Now, what you guys want to do after this call is you want to go check your email, and you want to search for access details, okay? You want to search for access details, all right? And then I can promise you, we have like 50% of people have already claimed their software. So type in the chat here, let me know if you have received it. It says access details, okay? But what we do is we will keep sending you that email access until you go log in and check it out, because we know this is a great opportunity and we want you guys to dive in, okay? We really want you using this software, all right? So good, we'll get into that today. So yes, OfferMint, pretty incredible. How many of you have your OfferMint looking like I have here on the screen? Where you're creating the branding, you're creating the product outline, you're creating your, how many of you have done this? Type in the chat, let me know. Let's see. Good, 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 good. Look at the chat, man. Good, good. Well, you're going to want to do this, okay? And we're going to get into this and so much more, all right? But this was the thing, okay? There was one goal for this software, and I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm going to cover it today, okay? The goal was to show you how easily you could take an idea and turn it into a product. Now, for those of you that have started going through the training, for those of you that have started going through the software, on a scale of 1 out of 10, how many of you are starting to understand this now? Because it is a very, very important thing for you to understand. Okay? This is the game changer right here. And guys, do me a favor, don't panic if you haven't accessed the software or anything else. Don't worry about it. We will get that all taken care of. We will get everybody in there. Okay? But this is the foundation right here. And we're going to be talking a lot about the foundation because this is an opportunity. And many of you, that opportunity passes you by because you don't recognize it when it's right in front of you. And when I work with my students all the time, I'm going to tell you a story here in a minute. I'm always telling them, I'm like, wow, that's an incredible opportunity. You need to go out there. You need to sell that. You need to put a button on the page. Okay. So I want you to recognize those opportunities by the time you're done with me. All right. And what Offerman is actually doing, guys, is it's actually setting a very solid foundation for you. So type in the chat here, let me know how many of you have gone out there and created some type of product. It could be a guide, it could be a course, it could be a video series, it could be a case study, it could be templates. Yes or no? How many of you have gone out there and done that? Good. Now, here's the next question I would ask you. Out of everybody that said yes, they've gone out there and done it, how many of you have been successful doing it? And be honest, yes or no. How many of you have been extremely successful with it? And look at the nopes. And most people are going to say no. And the reason why is because you didn't have the foundation. And I've been in the same exact boat. I've had a great idea. I've thrown it out there, but I didn't have the foundation. The messaging wasn't right. The branding wasn't right. The framework wasn't right. And I recognize all these things that are very, very important. And therefore, we're going to get those things fixed. Okay? And the overall goal, and you'll hear me say this till I'm blue in the face, the overall goal is to get a button on the page. I want everybody to type in the chat here. The goal is to get a button on the page, get a button on the page, get a button on the page, because this is how you start to make the money. All right. It's very, very important. And, when I work with students and we have like our mastermind and everything, and when I ask people like, why did you get in this business? Then people are like, well, I wanted to make a difference, right? I want to help people. Like, and our big thing is we want to provide a transformational value, right? But here's the thing. If you take the money out of this, guys, I'm out. How many of you can agree with that right now? Let's be honest. If we take the money out of this, we're gone, right? It's just not going to work anymore. So what I want you guys to do from this point forward is I want you to focus on the money. I want you to do something every single day that's going to result in some kind of sale or some kind of income coming in. All right? Can we all agree to that? It's really, really important. And there's not a lot of marketers that are going to tell you this, but I'm here to tell you that you got to focus on the money. And then you know what happens, guys? When the money comes in, then watch the transformational value that you're able to make. You're able to make a massive transformational value. Okay, but you got to focus on the money first. All right, so we're going to talk about that as well. Okay, now I'm here to tell you guys, this is the good news. See, Offerment, how many of you are liking Offerment? Because we're just at the ground stages, guys. We're at the infant stages with AI. We're at the infant stages with our software, right? We're at ground zero here, all right? But guess what? Everything that we're going to do, because you guys are on this call, you are grandfathered in. So what does that mean? Well, you guys are learning about the product outline, okay? So that's where you go and you plug in your big idea, and you choose your naming framework, and you do your branding, and you do your framework, right? You do all that stuff, okay? So we understand what the product outline is. Now, the marketing plan you may not be clear on, but this is where we get clear on your hook and your copy, the big idea, so that we're able to go out there and we're actually able to start building a page. Okay. But here's what you don't know. How about this right here? Phase three, which we don't have phase three yet, but we're going to. Phase three, which is being built right now, that is the follow up plan. And the follow up plan is where the software is going to take your product outline, it's going to take your marketing plan, and it's just going to go write all the emails for you. So that it's very, very consistent with what we're doing here. Does that make sense to you guys? And this is all yours. You guys are grandfathered in, okay? And the fourth thing, and this is probably one of my favorite things out of all of them, guys, is this software is going to go and then it's going to write the scripts for YouTube videos. It's going to write the script for Instagram, for TikTok. It's going to do all those things, right? Because we're very, very good when it comes to SEO. Now the new thing is AI SEO. We're very, very good at all those things. And we drive a lot of traffic, guys, which you're going to hear about throughout this series. But we not only drive a lot of traffic with ads, we also do a lot with Instagram. We also do a lot with TikTok. Not as much TikTok anymore. But you're going to hear about all those things inside of this series. So you guys are grandfathered in. All right. Now, let me kind of tell you how all this came about. How many of you know this good looking guy here on the screen? Type in the chat, let me know. This is Mr. Jim Phillips. We call him Captain Jim. And Jim is a part of our mastermind. So it was, I'm going to say about a month ago, that Jim called me up and he was talking to me on the phone and he started telling me about this idea. And he says, man, I've been doing really, really well with this. And I went out there and I did this and I did that. And, you know, I was able to get some sales doing this and everything. And my advice to him was, let me ask you guys, what do you think the advice was? What do you think I told Mr. Jim? When he told me he had an idea and it was working, and what do you think I told him? What was his next step? There you go. Put a button on the page. Put a button on the page, right? So while I'm talking to him, guys, I took out my phone and I'm asking him questions. All right. And so he's telling me his idea and what he's doing and everything else, and he'll gladly share it with you. And while he's talking to me, I'm inside of AI. I'm inside of ChatGPT. And guess what, guys? I'm coming up with a name. I'm coming up with a framework. I'm coming up with the deliverables while I'm talking to him on the phone, which is what I do for all my clients. And they're just like, wow, man, you are just amazing with what you do. I'm like, no, it's not me. This is where we're at with AI today, right? So I give them all these things. And then I say, you know what? We just need to get a button on the page. We need to go out there and sell this right now because here's the thing, right? Things are going to change. Guys, the things that work today won't work tomorrow. They won't work a week from now. They won't work a month from now. So when you have an idea, you need to put it in action. Does that make sense to everybody? You don't wait. You don't wait for things to be done. You don't wait for things to be perfect, right? You go out there, you give it your best shot. Now, are you going to fall down? Hell yeah, you are. Look at me today. Crash and burn, right? But you know what? I'll do it again. I'll do it again. Most of the time I hit it out of the park. Sometimes I guess I get some lessons from the crash and burns, right? So we go out there, we put it out there as fast and hard as we can. Okay, we throw as much as we can out there. That's this business. That's how you become successful. And what happens is you're going to hit something that is just going to be like a grand slam out of the park. Okay, and you won't expect it. You're just showing up with a discipline and consistency every day. And that's when things really start to make a difference. So he says, Chad, I got an idea. I've been working on something. So I open up ChatGPT, I go through it, I say, here you go, everything else, right? He goes, that's incredible. I said, let's get a button on the page. I said, matter of fact, can you hop on a Zoom call? He goes, when? I said, today. He goes, today? I said, yeah, today. We got to get this page together. We got to start selling this thing. This idea is incredible. And he goes, sure. I said, okay, I'll meet you in a half hour or an hour. I give him the Zoom link. And then I sent him a text. I said, Jim, is it all right if I invite the whole entire mastermind to the call? He goes, you want to do what? I said, I want to teach the mastermind. I want them to see what it is we're doing, how we're going to create your product live on the fly. Is it okay? He's like, oh yeah, great idea. So guys, within 45 minutes, we had the big idea, all right, Where'd my screen go? We had the big idea mapped out. Tell me if this sounds familiar, right? We came up with the name, we created the logo and the branding, we created the framework, we figured out all the resources, we figured out all the bump offers, and we figured out the upsells. Now, yes or no? Is that sounding familiar to you guys? Is that starting to sound familiar? Now, if I have mastermind members on the call, can you guys tell me, is this exactly what we did on the call that day? Yes or no? Now, when I was on a call with him, it took 45 minutes. When we hopped on as a mastermind, it took like 2.5 hours. Okay. So, what was incredible was what came of this. All right. And if you look at the comments here, you guys see in the comments? Because there's a lot of people that are telling you exactly what went down that day, right? And we did figure out the bump offers. So guys, that day, and tell me if this is something that you would like to do. That day, we turned around and mapped out that whole entire product. We came up with this logo that you see here on the screen called the referral harvesting method. And then you know what we did? We went out there and sold $500 worth of it. And not only that, look at the comments that came in from the training I did that day, guys. Now, how many of you want to learn to do these things? How many of you want to learn how to create products on the fly, recognize the opportunities, right? And then be able to go out there and build the social proof and sell the product on the spot? Is there anybody that's interested in this? Because I'm telling you, this is a gold mine. But that day, we didn't wait, guys. We didn't wait for the product to be built. Jim went out there and sold around $500 of the product before he built it. Is everybody hearing this right now? That's the big light bulb moment, before it was built. Now, if I were to ask you this question, how many of you have gone out there and built your product before you sold it? Yes or no? Yeah, most people do. Most people spend all their time building their product before they've actually sold it. Instead, guys, if you take anything from today, I want you to go out there and sell it first. Type that in the chat, guys. Sell it first, sell it first, sell it first. I want you to sell your product first. Okay, good. I see people commenting. Thank you so much. That's the most important thing. All right, let's sell the product first. All right. Now, here's what happens. When you do this, this is where I can like guarantee your success. When you do this, you are putting yourself in a box. So let me ask this question, and I've been in this position so many times. How many of you, if you go out there and if you collect money for something and you promise delivery, you're going to find a way to deliver it? Yes or no? How many of you are like, yep, I'm going to deliver. I'm going to deliver. I'm going to deliver. If I've taken somebody's money, then absolutely I'm going to deliver. So if that's the case, the best advice I can give to you is to put yourself in a box. Go out there, start screaming from the rooftops, start sharing your products, start sharing your services, even affiliate services, guys. Okay? And here's what's interesting about this. I can't tell you how many times I've been in a position where I didn't know how I was going to do something, but I received money for it. And so because I received money for it, I had no choice but to figure it out. How many of you can relate to that? So I want you guys to put yourself in a box always, okay? But then I'm going to tell you something right now. From Jim calling me up that day saying, I have an idea, from me saying, let's put a button on the page, and hopping on with the call and mapping through that whole entire thing, I went to bed pretty exhausted that day because I spent 2.5 hours trying to map all that out. And guys, I had this vision, and the vision was Offerment. I saw it. Like I saw it in my head. I saw it in my mind. A lot of times you're going to think I'm crazy or whatever, but I'll go to sleep and I'll get these visions and I'll wake up and I'll talk to the developers and I'll be like, hey, we got to get this thing built. So that is how Offerment came about. Now, how many of you think that's pretty extraordinary? We have a saying in our group, where you start is not where you end up. Where you start is not where you end up. And I can promise you guys, if you start if you have the discipline to get started and you have the consistency every single day to start showing up, then opportunities are going to present themselves. And you are going to see those opportunities and you're going to dive into that opportunity. And before you know it, something else opens up, and something else opens up, and something else opens up. Does that make sense? But what we can't do is we can't get stuck in this product creation phase. We can't get stuck trying to perfect things. We can't get stuck just hanging out on Zoom calls and webinars and opening emails and everything else. We have to put on a different hat. We have to start thinking different, and we have to take massive action. I know you've heard about massive action in the past, but I'm here to tell you that when you do, you will go through transformations in your life and opportunities will present themselves. And when the opportunities present themselves, what can we do with those opportunities? What can we do with those big ideas? Anybody? What can we do? We can run them through OfferMan. We can put a button on the page. Exactly. You know what I like, guys? I love the fact that you are going with the button on a page. I love it. If you take anything from this call, put a button on the page. Put a button on the page, put a button on, and feel good about it. Because let me ask this question. How many of you actually have cracked the code to something, yes or no? How many of you have figured out something? Look, a lot of people have. So here's my next question. That thing that you figured out, could it make a difference in other people's business? Yes or no? Of course it can. So don't feel bad about collecting money. And here's the other thing, guys. If you don't collect money, then people aren't going to take you serious. Okay? People have to make some kind of investment in you before they're going to take you serious. Same thing. You have to make some kind of investment in me as well. Okay? And then that's when you'll start paying attention, because that's when you start to value things. And then that's when we start to see real transformations. Okay? Is this making sense? So, look, we're really, really big on baseball in this family. Is there any baseball fans here? Any at all? I want you guys to type in the chat MVP. What does MVP stand for in the baseball world? Anybody? What's it stand for? Most valuable player. Most valuable player. All right. In my world, if I'm not hanging out on the field, MVP stands for something different. And it stands for a minimum viable product, or it could be a minimum viable process. Okay. But a lot of people need to understand these three letters. Okay. And how many of you can relate to the fact when I say, have you ever taken out like a whiteboard or a notepad and mapped out this big process or funnel, or you were going to do something? Like, how many of you have like gone through and like mapped out your whole entire business? Yes or no? Because here's the problem with that, right? It gets to be a little overwhelming, doesn't it? Mapping all that stuff out. Okay, I got to do this step. I got to create this page. I got to write these emails. I got to shoot these videos. I got to set up a merchant account. I got to get Stripe. I got to do this. I got to get these policies. I got to and so what happens? You're excited at first, and then it becomes a lot of work, right? And then it's like it becomes discouraging, and then your mind starts to talk you out of it. That's the reason why these three letters are so important, guys. And if you see here on the screen, this is one of my newer clients, and it just so happens to be baseball. Okay. And what you're seeing here on the screen is our MVP. And I'm going to walk you through this whole entire process because I want you guys to understand this. Okay. It's really, really important. But by the way, how many of you think that's a beautiful sight on the screen there? We have sales coming in every single day because of this site. But let me kind of walk you through it, because MVP, like we said, it's not most valuable player. It's minimum viable process, or it could be minimum viable product. So here's how I used to do things, guys. Okay. Not that long ago. I have a whiteboard here at the house, and I would bring clients to the house, or I'd have mastermind members here, or whatever else, and they would have a big idea. Sound familiar? And we'd take out a whiteboard and we would start mapping out that idea. We would start mapping out, what does the MVP look like? I would help him understand what I'm trying to help you guys understand in that training, right? I'd help him understand how we're going to make money, how somebody comes here and they buy something, then they get presented with something else, and how we can go out there and run simple little ads, and then we can retarget. So you can see here, I said this ad was all about a hook, and this one here is all about stalking, right? Retargeting is stalking, right? That's how I was explaining it. But these were the boards that I created for my client. Now, yes or no, how many of you look at this and you see the value? You're thinking, wow, how incredible it would be if I could come to your house and you could map everything out for me? Yes or no? Would that be valuable to you? Of course it would. So think about it, because guess what? That whiteboard, guys, it only cost me like 150 bucks. You could do this. When you learn the secrets that I'm about to teach you today, you can absolutely do these things yourself. Okay. And as we're going through this training, I want you to think about I want you to think about how much money you could be making if you learn these skills and abilities yourself. All right. So this isn't just what can you do for yourself? What can you do for your own business? Guys, if you can do it for yourself, you can do it for other people. Does everybody got that? On a scale of 1 out of 10, does everybody get this right now? But what we got to do is we got to simplify it, because this business, this topic about creating offers and funnels and everything has been made to be so complicated. And sometimes I just shake my head and I go, why does it have to be that complicated? Right? So we start with this one screen, and then I come over here to the next screen. And you can see that we're coming up with a nickname for him, and we're coming up with a main name for him, and the hook and the name of the method. And then I'm telling him over here that we got to have fast, quick results, not a lot of time, desired out income. That's what everybody wants, right? Then we got to like cover the objections, all this stuff that AI handles today, all the stuff that OfferMint handles today. How many of you have been trying to, how many of you are recognizing this right now? You're like, holy crap, you replaced all this with OfferMint, right? Here's another screen. Look at this one. So I'm telling him, okay, you got to come up with a nickname, right? So that his name's Darren. So D is Darren, and you got to come up with your top name, and Connie's going to go book a photo shoot, and then Chad's going to handle the page creation. Connie's going to create the group, and then we need a credibility piece. That's going to be you, client, and we got to get clear on the story, and then we're playing on this name, self-resilient hitter at the time. And then I come over here and I blow his mind. He goes, well, why credibility? Like, and so I go through and I'm like, boom, I map all this out for him. And he's just like, oh my God, you're not human, right? Well, here's the thing, guys. There's a process to all of this. And guess what? ChatGPT, Grok, Claude, all that stuff. Guys, it will do all of this now, all of it for you. So you don't even have to think anymore. For the last 20 years, I've been thinking. You don't have to think anymore, right? And guess what? Now we're organizing it, and you're going to see the big surprise here, but we're making it work inside of OfferMint so that you don't even have to have these whiteboards anymore. But here's the big takeaway. When we talk about MVP, this is going to blow your guys' mind. So what do you see over here on the right-hand side? What do you see over on the right-hand side, guys? Guess what that is? That's his course. That's his course. So I'm asking the client, I'm like, okay, what's the first lesson going to be? He tells me. I said, what's the second lesson? He tells me. I said, what's the third lesson? He tells me. We keep going down, 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 and then we get to like 6, and he stops. I said, no, we need 12. We need 12. We want this to be high quality, right? He goes, well, I'm not quite sure what else to do. I said, good. Take out your phone. Go install ChatGPT. And take a picture of this screen. Give it to ChatGPT. Say, this is my hitting course. What else do I need to add to it? And ChatGPT says, oh, well, you need to teach them to use their lower half. You need to teach them how to create a practice plan. You need to teach them about game adjustments. You need to teach them about contact and extension, load and separation, right? And he's like, oh my God, this is incredible. This is absolutely incredible. So guys, how hard do you think it is for me to map all that stuff out with a client? How hard do you think it is? It's simple. But here's my point. Do you think we ran and created that course? Yes or no? Why in the world did we take that afternoon to map out the course. I'm telling you guys, I'm going to blow your mind with what I'm about to tell you. No other marketer is going to tell you what I'm about to tell you. Nobody's going to. Here's the thing. We needed to have the course mapped out so that we could put the agenda on a sales page so that we could get a button on the sales page. Scale of 1 out of 10, how many of you are getting this right now? We couldn't create a sales page until we knew what the course was going to be about. So we go out there, we lay out the course, but we don't shoot a single freaking video. We don't map anything out. We don't do anything. All we do is come up with the agenda. Are you guys following right now? That's all we're going to do. We're just going to come up with the agenda, right? And now OfferMint does all of that for you. That's called the framework. That's called the steps. It does all of that for you. Exactly what I was getting paid to do here on the screen. OfferMint will do all that for you. Yes or no? How many of you experience that? Now, how many of you are looking at this right now and you're saying, man, I'm going to have to dive into this OfferMint thing because this thing's doing more than I thought it was? Yes or no? So everything that I was charging high dollar for, guys, this little piece of software that we gave you, and by the way, don't think that it's not quality because it's absolutely quality. Okay? I could have gone out there and sold this software, yes or no? I could have went out there and launched this software, yes or no? Yeah, but instead I'm giving it away to you because I know how valuable it is and I know it's going to make a massive transformation in your business. Okay? So, here's the thing. We go map that out, that OfferMint now does, and look at that. Woo! Does that look good or what? How many of you are liking that right now? $1 million graphics, baby. I'm telling you right now, there is so much perceived value. But guess what? There isn't. Guess what we don't have? What don't we have? Oh no, we got a button. You're looking at a sales page now, so we got a button. But guess what we don't have? We don't have a course. We have not created a course. How many of you are listening to this right now and you're going, whoa, this is totally opposite than what I've ever been told? Totally opposite, isn't it? Now, how many of you are relieved to hear these things right now? How many of you are like, oh my God, I am going to become a product creation monster because I can do this. I can go through, run OfferMint. I can use AI and I'll learn how to go out there and create these $1 million graphics, of course. But guess what? It's the MVP. We're doing the minimum viable process necessary to get our result. Now, guys, what do you think the result is? What do you think the result is? What result are we looking for? The course? Nope. There you go. Remember what I told you at the beginning? We're looking for the money. Show me the money, baby. We're looking for the money. Money, 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 money. I hate to sound all scammy and everything else, but it's taken me many, many years to realize that you need to focus on the money so you can make a difference. Okay, so let's focus on the money. It's okay. It's okay. All right. So we focus on the money. Now, again, I want you to think about this. As you saw the process I just gave you, where I don't want you to create the course, I don't want you to create the videos, I don't want you to do any of that stuff. Instead, I want you to go out there and put a button on a page. How do we put a button on a page? We have to have a good idea of what we're going to deliver. On a scale of 1 out of 10, how many of you are getting this right now? It's good, yeah? It's good. How many of you are going through this webinar right now thinking, you know what? This is something I can do. This is absolutely something I can do. Yeah? And think about how many times you failed. So just be open to what it is I'm suggesting you do. Okay? And when I understood this, everything changed for me. All right? So let's break down the MVP. We have an idea. We have our big idea. Okay? We crack the code to something. We figure something out. All right? And then we pull it into OfferMint. Is this making sense? That's all OfferMint needs, right? For those of you that have done your homework, for those of you that have gone through the course, you know that the first thing you got to do is you just plug in an idea. You plug in the idea, and then OfferMint goes to work for you. Look at somebody saying, I have 1,000 ideas. Oh, that's what's going to happen. Like from this point forward, when you guys get off this call, you're going to start having a lot of ideas. And it's good. I have a dozen a day, but there's only so much time in the day. Okay. And by the way, how many of you are liking this process because you're realizing, wait a minute, if I don't have to spend time, then it's not going to cost me money. How many of you are liking that part? Think about how much time, effort, and money you spent before to a product that never even saw the light of the day. And how do I know that? Because I went through it myself. When I got in this business, I was creating course after course after course after course and all these videos, and I was building up this big old digital library. And I thought one day, you know what? I'm going to become a multimillionaire because everybody's going to buy all of my products. You know what I didn't realize at the time is what I told you at the beginning. Tomorrow, it's non-existent. A week from now, it's non-existent. It doesn't even matter, right? All right. So here's what we do. We're going to go out there and we're going to create what's called the MVP sales page, right? Let's keep breaking this down. Guess what, guys? I don't want a video there. I don't want any images. I don't want any testimonials. I don't want you to spend any money at all. I don't want you to hire a graphic artist. I don't want you to hire a copywriter. I don't want any time invested. One good hook and some basic copy. That's it. Whoa, wait a minute. Nobody's ever taught it like this. How many of you are liking this right now? Because every single one of you can do this. Every single one of you can do this. So I'm going to tell you, it wasn't that long ago. I think it was maybe last summer, summer before. I was sitting out there with Connie Joe. Many of you know Connie. She's my beautiful significant other. And we were outside. And I had just watched a webinar with somebody that had done like 2.5 million in ads or something like that. And it kind of lit a fire under my butt. And I kind of said, man, we got to start focusing on ads. We're good with our mastermind. We're good with launches and stuff, but we got to start focusing on ads. Okay. And so I looked at her. I said, I'll tell you what, I'm going to go into my office and I'm going to whip out a page as fast as I can. And what I want you to do is I want you to go into Canva and I want you to whip out an ad as fast as you can. And I want to have that ad online in an hour. Whoa. Seriously? How many of you have ever put yourself in a box and given yourself a time limit and said, I don't care, I'm not going to bed till this gets done. I don't care, I'm not eating dinner till this gets done. I just freaking refuse until this gets done. Because you get so tired of not getting there that eventually you get so fed up and you say, enough's enough, I'm going to get it done. Yeah, that was our day. I was fed up. So I didn't think anything of it. Guys, the main thing for me was I felt good knowing I got something done. That was it. I thought this is going to be a starting point. So we go inside and we're watching Netflix and eating Pop-Tarts or whatever. We're laying in bed and she set up the ad, but for some reason, she did something wrong with the ad. And she set it up to where they sent you a message. They didn't click the button. All these people started messaging us, guys, within like 20 minutes. And guess what? They wanted to buy our product that very night. True story. How many of you need to hear this right now? We literally threw something up. We threw it up as fast as we could. We didn't get good with targeting. We didn't do any of that stuff. We just threw it up. And that was the response. And that page, I'm going to show you guys right now. That page, there it is. Look at that. Tell me that's not ugly. How many of you could do this? Look at that top line. Look at the headline. Look at the subheadline. That's all written by ChatGPT. Where it says strategy revealed, that's all written by ChatGPT. The opt-in box over there, that's where we capture their information. Are you seeing this? Can it really be that easy? That was the exact page I created that night. By the way, I didn't go build no sales funnel. I built a single page. You're seeing that page right there on the screen. A single page. How many of you want to see the ads that went with this page? Yes or no? And by the way, before I show you that, how many of you are looking at this right now and you're saying, you know what, I can do this? I can do this. There's no graphics, there's no videos, there's no testimonials, there's nothing. There's a sexy hook. I can do this. Type in the chat if you can do this. Yes or no? 100% you can. Well, guess what? All we wanted to do is get 10 sales. That's it. We just wanted to get 10 sales. And all we did was set up a simple ad with a $5 budget. You guys want to see the ad? Type in the chat. Let me know if you want to see the ad. Yes? There it is. There it is. Look at those. Look at those ads. Them are fugly, aren't they? Fugly, fugly, fugly. But all we wanted to do, guys, you want to write this down? We were looking to prove out this offer. Does that make sense? That's all we wanted to do. We wanted to prove it out. I'm not going to do a single thing until I know that I can sell it. Whoa. Say that again, Chad. I'm not going to do a single thing until I know I can sell it. Does that make sense to you guys? Not a single thing. So our goal is to go out there and sell it. Now, guys, here's where I'm about to blow your mind. I promise you've never heard this before. Okay? Unless you're a mastermind member, you've heard this before. We're going to do something absolutely crazy, absolutely insane. And when that sale comes in, we're going to reach out to that customer and say, you know what? I need to go ahead and refund you because we weren't ready for this yet. We weren't ready for this to be out there yet. But to make up for it, when we do get this out here in a few days or a week or whatever, I'm going to give you the whole entire funnel. I'm going to give you everything. I'm going to give you everything that we built for this. Now, what do you think their response is, guys? What do you think their response is? They're super happy. They're like, are you kidding me? You're going to do that for me? Like, what did I do to deserve that? But guess what happens? We're able to go out there and test this offer and not deliver a single thing. On a scale of 1 out of 10, how many of you are getting this right now? And we get to know what our ad costs are. We actually get to see it. We get to learn everything about our offer. And guess what? We still haven't created a single video. Now, guys, something magical happens. See, when you map everything out, you're like, okay, I'm going to get this whole entire thing built out or whatever. You don't have the confidence. You think you do. You might be excited for a minute, but you don't have the confidence because let me ask this question on the call. How many of you have failed at something in this business? Yes or no? Type in the chat, I have failed if you have failed at something. Yes? Of course. I have failed more times than I have succeeded, guys. I've probably only succeeded 20% of the time. 80% of the time I fail, right? Sometimes it's crash and burn, just like today. Right? Sometimes that happens. Okay? Yeah, but I always learn from it. All right? So guess what happens when you set aside the work and you prove out the concept first and you know everything about this and now you got customers over there waiting on the sideline, you are now excited to build out that process. You're now excited to shoot those videos. You now have the confidence. You now put the energy, the synergy, the passion into this because you know you have customers there. Does that make sense to you guys? I want to make sure everybody's getting this right now. How many of you are liking the MVP? Yeah? It's good, isn't it? So guess what happens? We get our 10 sales. We got up to like 20 or 30. Then we go and we make it pretty. I wasn't going to make it pretty until I knew it was going to sell. Which page you guys like more, this one or the other one? This one took some work. Now we had to go shoot a video. Now we had to go do some branding, right? If you look over on the right-hand side, I'm showing you some magic that you've never seen before. We're actually pulling in the course activity and showing them on the page so they can see real customers getting points and badges and rewards, right? I took this a long time ago, right? But that's a big secret that we have. You won't see anybody else do it, but that's how we're able to triple our conversions. You'll hear a lot about that, right? So now we go pretty. Now we put the effort into it. Now we have the confidence because we know there's customers waiting to buy. Does everybody got this? All right. So next, we make that pretty. Now what we're going to do is I want you to pay attention to these letters in red. It says AOV. How many of you ever heard that before? That's average order value. So if you were to take your total sales divided by your number of customers, that is your average order value. And we'll get into this when we get into ads later in the week, okay? But your goal after you know, okay, I got a winner and I made my 10 sales. Now I've made a pretty page. Okay, now I'm going to put some effort into it because I got the confidence. I know it's going to work. Now let me go out there and increase my average order value. How many of you have ever seen funny little boxes like this on an order form? Yes or no? Yep. We call these bump offers. We call them bump offers. Now, guys, I want you to pay attention because our bump offers convert 50 to 80% of the time. And what happens is I will put 3 bump offers on one order form and somebody will just go check, check, check. Is there anybody that's done that on this call? How many of you have opened up a sales page and you just went check, check, check? See? Pay attention because look what your peers are saying. So if you don't have these on there, it's because you hate money. It's because you hate money. Listen to the number again. 50 to 80% when you learn to do the things that I'm teaching you will take you up on these bumps. So if I'm selling my product for 27 bucks and I'm selling these for $5 each, now I've just put an extra $15 on that order form. Is this making sense to you guys? And I'm going to keep asking that question. I want to make sure because I am watching your comments like a hawk because I want to make sure you get this. Okay. So we're going to go add some bumps on there. Now what's happening? Now our average order value is increasing. Yeah. And that's what we want to have happen, right? We want to increase the average order value. Next, you guys know what this is. See, I didn't do this ahead of time. Remember, we're building brick by brick. What was the first thing we did, guys? What was the first thing we threw up? MVP sales page. We threw up the sales page, yeah, and we threw up an ad. Now, we don't have to throw up an ad, by the way. I can go post on my wall. I can go out there and do a launch like I'm doing now. I could go on TikTok, Instagram. I could do all those things, okay? It doesn't really matter. All we want to do is see if we can get 10 sales. Now, guys, what happens if we don't get 10 sales? Do we go out there and spend money on ads if we can't get the sales? Do we keep spending more money? Yes or no? No. And that's what most people do. And then they end up hating this business because they're like, I spent so much money. Facebook ripped me off. Facebook just took. I'm like, no, you weren't smart enough. You kept throwing more money at it when you didn't have something that worked. So we either tweak the offer or guess what? We dump it. And how many of you would be okay dumping it knowing you didn't really do any work? That's a way better idea to go, yeah? Way better idea. Of course. Of course. So we get our bump offers, increasing our average order value. Now we go out there and we create the upsell. The upsell. Okay? And we know what the upsell is, right? You get to the next page, it says, hey, thank you so much for purchasing this. I want to tell you about this incredible offer. Now, is there anybody that has a problem with upsells? Yes or no? Be honest. How many of you have a problem with upsells? Okay. I want you to get over it. I want you to get over it because they will absolutely change your life. And I'm going to teach this, guys, when we get into ads. I'm actually going to bring my ads, my ads guy in to help with this. But I'm going to give it to you in very, very simple math. Now that you understand the AOV, the average order value, let's say that our average order value is $67 and we're able to get a customer for 20. How many of you would keep putting $20 in that slot all day long? If you put $20 in and you got 67 back, how many of you would do it over and over and over and over and over and over? If you don't have the upsell, here's what happens. You put $20 in and you get 15 back. You put $20 in and you get 10 back. Is it starting to make sense now? And you're right, there are some things when it comes to upsells that we got to make sure are in place. We'll get into all that stuff. Okay, this is just a 3,000 square foot view, right? So there's our upsell. It's pretty, yeah. But I didn't have this upsell. And here's the other thing too. I didn't create the upsell until I created the first product. And once I had the product, I was listening to the customers. I had them in a group. They were asking questions. They were telling me what they needed. They were telling me where they were confused. I'm like, okay, I know what to do for the upsell. I know exactly what to create. The customers told me. But guess what? That upsell didn't go in place for like a month. How many of you need to hear this right now? And it's okay. It's okay. We build piece by piece and we focus on that one piece. And that's it. Brick by brick. We don't have to do all this at once. And we shouldn't do it all at once. But once we get our upsell in place, we take that same page and we turn around and we create a downsell. We say, hey, so I know you didn't want to have this, but let me do this for you. And I'm here to tell you guys that if you have a problem with upsells and bump offers and everything else, this probably isn't the webinar for you because I'm going to teach you how to do all this stuff easily, brick by brick, without you building the product first. Is that a relief to you? Type in the chat, let me know. And so when it's all said and done, and this is not abusive. I've seen this where this can get very, very abusive. I don't want you to be abusive. I want you to stick to what I'm about to put up on the screen. We have our sales page that contains our bump offers. And then once we purchase our sales page and we say yes or no to the bumps, we get presented with an upsell. If we say no to the upsell, we get presented with a downsell. If we purchase a downsell or we say no to the downsell, we get presented with upsell number 2. And from there, if we say yes or no, we get presented with downsell number, or if we say no, we get presented with downsell number 2. And then we go to the confirmation page. Now, how many of you would be really, really comfortable doing this? You're like, okay, that's not 8 upsells. That's okay. Guys, you're okay doing this as long as these upsells are consistent with each other and they're consistent over here. And we'll get into all that stuff. Okay? You guys will learn all this stuff. But here's the thing. That's a very, very simple funnel. And we don't have to build it all at once. We just focus on one piece at a time. Is that making sense to you guys? One piece. One piece. And that's it. And once you pass the test with that one piece, you go on to the next one. And you go on to the next one. How many of you are now understanding that, you know what, I could actually be successful with this? If I don't have to build it all out at once and go through this big old checklist, okay, I got my sales page, I got my upsell, I got my downsell, I got my video, I got this, I got my confirmation page, I got my email written. No, you don't have to do that. We get to take baby steps with it. And that's where I come in. I'm really, really good at breaking these things down and making it stupid simple where we can do baby steps. Okay? So we build brick by brick. Yeah. And here's the thing there was nothing out there that would do this until I came along. And now, guys, the reason why I'm moving at the speed I am, and the reason why I have a mastermind, and the reason why I have all these ads out there running and all these Instagram offers, and we have like everything is because of these Legos. These Legos right here allow me to connect a piece, to disconnect a piece, to connect multiple pieces together. I can play with this Lego over here and then leave it there and come back over here and build on this one and come back over here and build on this one and this one and this one and this one. Nothing is tied together. So we got separate pieces. On a scale of 1 out of 10, does everybody understand this right now? So imagine everything I just showed you in separate pieces, and the only thing I can compare it to is Legos. Plus, we have kids in the house, so we hear about Legos a lot. So you need everything in pieces. But what if those pieces could be used individually in any situation? Whoa. Now that's a new thing. In other words, we can come over here, we create the sales page, we leave the sales page. We come over here, we create the upsell, we leave the upsell. We come over here, we create the bump offers. It's everything's separate. They're all individual, like Legos. Does everybody understand that concept right now? Pretty awesome, right? That is the reason I'm able to move as fast as I can. And it had to be stupid simple. You want to know why? Because I'm really not that smart, guys. I was lucky if I got C's in school. Most of the time, I hung out in the D zone, to be honest with you. I did graduate high school, but when I came out of there, I didn't feel like I was very smart. So I was going to be a cop in the LA area, making $85,000 a year. How I ended up in this business is beyond me, but I don't consider myself to be a very smart person. I get very, very confused. I get overwhelmed with software. I get confused. Like, that's me. So what I have to do is build out my own solutions that are stupid simple for me. And today, guys, after being in this business for 20 years, I don't know about you guys, but I don't like to tinker. I don't like a lot of features. I don't like a lot of work. Is there anybody that wants to tinker, or do you want to make money? Which one? Which one do you want to do? Every time I get a student that wants to tinker or whatever else, they drive me nuts, especially if they say it on a call, because I'll be like, dude, don't ruin this call. Everybody here is here to make money and go out there and enjoy their life. Nobody wants to play with features. Nobody wants to get in depth. Nobody wants to be techie. And if you do, like, honest to God, I'm probably not your guy. I am the stupid, simple, let me make you money guy. Is that all right with everybody? That's my place in the world. I'm fine with it. Right? So I built it out. Now, here's the thing. I didn't just go build a product to launch. I built a product to use myself. Make sense? I built this for myself 3 years ago. This platform has gone on to do millions of dollars in sales. I built it myself. I didn't care about launching it. I didn't care about doing anything. Eventually, I opened it up to my mastermind. And everybody has been saying, dude, you're doing a huge injustice by not putting this out there. I'm like, but I don't want to launch again. I don't want to launch. I don't want to launch. But here we are. But this was not built to launch. It was built over 3 years ago. And it's called MintBird. Now, how many of you have ever heard of MintBird? Type in the chat, let me know. Who has heard of MintBird? A lot of no's. Well, think about those Lego pieces, those sales pages. Boom. You're seeing it there on the screen. Now, how many of you are looking at that and you're saying, wow, those pages are beautiful? I love the fact, and this is just one account, guys. We have multiple accounts, but I love the fact that I can see the sales there. I love the fact that I can see the opt-ins. I can see the views. I can see the percentage. I can see the EPCs. I can see all this stuff right here on the screen. You don't need to go through stats. You don't have to do anything complicated. It's right there in your face. You can go through, you look at your filters, you look at your searches, yes or no. How many of you are seeing this and you're going, whoa, I ain't never seen nothing like that before. And as you're looking at that stuff, how many of you are saying, if I had something like this with the right strategies combined with OfferMint, then you know what? I could probably actually succeed. Yes or no? Pretty awesome, right? I probably made it smaller to get it on the screen. I wanted you guys to see this. Okay. And it's a very important for you to understand. I really didn't build this to launch, guys. I built it for myself. And that's what you're seeing right now. You're seeing what I built for myself. How about bump offers? You never seen this before. What if I told you when you create those bump offers, you have a separate repository for them? You build out the bump offers separately. And that way you can use the bump offers over and over and over and over, and they're not tied to any form. They're not tied to any order form. Whoa. That's pretty clever, right? And I can make them animated. I can change the colors. I can do so much stuff. I can add videos. I can add images. You guys will learn how to do all this stuff. All of this stuff. Bump offers. How about timers? What if you could visually see the timer counting down? And what if you could go create the universal timer and you could pull it in wherever you wanted to? You could pull it into all your sign up pages, your confirmation pages, your sales pages, your upsells, your downsells. You didn't have to create it every single time. You just kept pulling in the same thing over and over and over. Is this making sense, guys? Type in the chat. Let me know if you're liking this. Yes or no? How many of you are liking this right now? Good stuff, yeah? Can you see that I had to just go build the dream solution for myself? And the reason why, guys, is because I needed something stupid simple and I wanted these things to be like separate components, right? How about this one? Upsells. We got a separate place for upsells. You're seeing it there on the screen. But what if I told you that I can use the upsell by itself? I don't even have to pull it into a funnel. See up there in the top right corner of the screen where it says single versus funnel? I can look at my upsells and I can look at the stats for just single sales versus what they're doing in the funnels. Is everybody understanding this right now? It took care of so many problems. So many problems. Same exact thing with downsells. Works the same way. Now, guys, the one that I'm going to blow your mind on is this term right here that has been used and abused. How many of you think that I could create a sales funnel in 2 minutes or less? Yes or no? Yep, you're absolutely right. And you get to see all the stats here. You get to see everything. And the reason why, if I didn't share that screen, I'm going to pull it in for you, but I'll actually do a live demo right now. But the reason why is because it's all drag and drop. I'm going to show you. Okay. Let me check in with Matt because I don't have my phone in front of me. How are we doing on time? We doing all right? Okay, he sent me a message. Good. So all individual pages, guys, all individual pieces, right? And they could be used separately outside the funnel. I didn't just, a lot of people say that they went and hired their graphic artist to do their pages or whatever. I'm here to tell you that this is the actual graphic artist. He builds all the pages for everybody in the business. The name of his Pixabuild. They will build your page for you. Okay? They're the ones that built all our templates. Make sense? So when we say that we actually did hire professional designers, we did. And they will still keep building it. That baseball page that you saw, they built it. They're extraordinary. I'm hoping that I can get him to come in and speak and talk to you about what makes a good design. Everything you're seeing there on the screen, they built that. Those are all templates inside of our library. But here's the big secret. See, MintBird is actually OfferMint. It's the same software. What? How does that work? No, it's the same software. Now, here's the reason why. See, OfferMint was all by mistake, but it's the same software. Yeah, I know when you log in, you see OfferMint up in the corner. When you log into MintBird, you see MintBird. It's the same software. It's exactly the same. Okay? And there's a reason for that. See, before you can go and create a sales page, you got to get the outline done. You got to get your marketing plan done, right? That was the piece that's missing. So now you get to plan all that stuff out inside of OfferMint and inside the marketing plan, and then we get to pull it into MintBird. Now, if you look over there on the left-hand side, and by the way, I don't think anybody's going to show you accounts like this. I'm showing you real accounts on the screen, and I don't care if people like it or not. It don't bother me. But look on the left-hand side. See over there up in the top left, it says MintBird. We're inside of MintBird. But if you look over there on the top left, I can see my OfferMint. Now, take a look at this screen here, guys. So you got sales up at the top, and I've paused all the sales for this week because we're going through a launch. On the map, these are all customers coming on the map. Up in the top, where you got total conversions, that tells you sales funnels versus order forms versus sales pages. You got desktop versus mobile. You got your top products up in the top right. You got your top sales funnels in the second row. You got your top sales pages, your top order forms, your top checkout forms, your top upsells, your top bump offers. Have you guys ever seen stats like this? It doesn't exist. Nobody understands this stuff like I do. You know why? Because I built the platform for myself. I knew exactly what I needed to have. I've had it for 3+ years, and that's what I went and built. If you click on OfferMint, notice it says MintBird up here, but there's OfferMint. And all of these logos that you see here, we were just playing. We were just playing. This is all OfferMint. You guys will have OfferMint forever. Okay? So everything I've been showing you with MintBird, if I come back over here, the digital products, that's your ebooks, that's your courses, that's your video series, whatever. We do unlimited inside of MintBird. Unlimited sales pages, unlimited confirmation pages, unlimited upsells and downsells, unlimited miscellaneous pages, unlimited order forms. And all these people are coming back to me and saying, Chad, you gotta limit it. You gotta limit it to like 10 here, 20 here, 30 here. I'm like, why? I'm not in this business to sell this product. Like I used it for myself. So anything that we do above and beyond in a launch is great. That's just gravy because I built it to use myself every single day. Drag and drop funnels, built-in split testing, bump offers. Right now we have 100 of those beautiful templates, global statistics, the coupon library, all of this stuff, guys. One-step, two-step order forms, conversion boosters, payment plans, multiple currencies, tracking scripts, conversion API, auto footers, compliance pages, domains, all of this stuff we're going to cover, right? So we're going to be building out these offers this week, okay? And here's the thing. I would like you to join me. Now, here's the difference. We're doing something crazy. You guys get to join me no matter what. Is everybody hearing this right now? You get to join me no matter what, but you have a choice to make, okay? But I want to show you something else because we also have these additional features that I have not talked about. What if I told you you can go out there and sell t-shirts, coffee mugs, all of that stuff in a sales funnel? Have you ever opened up an email and seen a countdown timer inside the email? This over here is completely unique. If you have a funnel and they buy 3 out of 5 things in that funnel, what if you had one email that delivered everything? You didn't have to have separate emails. Those are called funnel snippets. How about this one over here? Once again, very, very unique. If we have a funnel that's working really, really well, what if we just went and put multiple front end offers on it? And then they all went to the same funnel. We didn't have to go build the funnel over and over and over. We just added a new offer. So one day, okay, the book's working well. Let me put my t-shirt there. Hey, let me put my course there. Hey, let me put this here. Hey, let me put that. Very, very simple. Yeah. So we have the templates. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of ShipStation integration, but I had to have this for myself because we sell a lot of boxes. We sell a lot of tumblers. We sell a lot of shirts. We do all that right from this house. Okay. Now the normal cost on this right now is 397 bucks. But I'm going to tell you guys right now, if you will come join me, and you get to join me no matter what, we have set up a $100 coupon for you. A $100 coupon, and you get to be with me throughout the whole entire week, and you get to have those pro features and everything with MintBird, everything that I just showed you on the screen, so that you're able to do it with me. On a scale of 1 out of 10, does everybody understand this right now? And you're going to want to go through the rest of this workshop because, guys, we're going to get to work. We're going to actually go through and build all this stuff out. We're going to take what we did in OfferMint, and we're going to go out there and we're going to create sales pages, and we're going to create bump offers, and we're going to create upsells, and we're going to create downsells, and we're going to do all that stuff. All of it. This is making sense. So everybody that's been messaging my support desk, everybody that's been sending text messages and everything else wanting MintBird, here's your chance. MintBird is now open. It hasn't been open for 3 years. Okay? Now, I want you to know this one too. All right? And I want you guys to pay attention how this is done because this is what I want you to do. Remember, I want you to focus on the money. All right? Everything I showed you with the MintBird Basic, with all the pro features, we always have something called Platinum. On a scale of 1 out of 10, how many of you are familiar with my Platinum? 1, I'm totally lost with Platinum. 10, like I totally get it. Where are you at? Look at the comments. Platinum's incredible. And the reason why is because I take a product and I make an offer. I take a product and I make a membership. Okay? So the first thing is, and what I'm about to show you, nobody else is going to show you, and this was a bad day. I had to go because of all the ads that we ran and because of all the marketing that we do with our funnels and our sales pages and everything. I had to go build an ad suite inside of MintBird. I had to build a whole entire ad suite. You guys see this? These are real stats. Real stats right now. Those are real ads over there. And then what it does is it summarizes everything over here so you don't have to guess. Those ads pull in right away from Facebook. Are you guys seeing this? Now, if you go out there and if you try to find something similar, they're going to charge you about 700 bucks a month. Now, how many of you are looking at this right now and you're going, whoa, that's super confusing, yes or no? I'll give you a little hint. I already told you. What if we forgot about all this stuff here and the only thing we focus on is I'm getting a customer for $29 and my AOV, my average order value, is $108. I'm making $78 profit. Guess what, guys? As long as that number is green, we don't care about nothing else. That's it. As long as that number is green, we don't care about anything else. Okay? That's the first thing. So you're able to create unlimited campaigns. You're able to pull in real stats from Meta and Google. You're able to track your entire funnel stats. You're able to arrive at the key stats. You can even go through and forecast if you want to, right? So if you're selling something for 27 bucks and you want to say, okay, if I change it to 37 bucks, how would it do? You're able to do that. I think it's the same exact link. People are asking for the link, Matt. You're also able to track your lead cost. Okay. Now, when you guys learn, remember, be open-minded here. When you learn how to create pages and you learn how to create offers and you learn how to create upsells, right? And you learn how to do all those things, then doesn't it just make sense that you go pull them into your own partner program so that your customers can click a button and they can become an affiliate? How many of you are understanding this right now? Type in the chat, let me know. Yeah, that's amazing. I pay 199. Yeah, yeah. So here's the thing. If you're saying I'm confused, stop saying that. Don't say I'm confused anymore. Just stay open-minded, right? Because all you'll end up being is confused. And I can get you unconfused because remember, we're going to spend a whole entire week together. Whether you take me up on this offer or not, if you want to learn this business, then guess what? We're going to spend a week together. And here's the thing. I'm putting this offer out here so that you guys don't go through the whole entire week going, oh, I wonder how much it's going to cost. You guys know right now so that you can focus the rest of the week. Does that make sense? Is everybody understanding this now? And don't worry, I'll cover the offer here in a minute. Okay. But just understand that I want you to make as much money as you can. So I want you to learn how to go out there and set up simple little ads. I want you to learn how to go out there and be able to get affiliates from your existing customers. All right? This is all MintBird that I'm showing you right now. This has nothing to do with OfferMint. But OfferMint is inside of MintBird. Okay? So you can go out there and create unlimited accounts, right? Very, very sexy dashboard. You just saw that. You can create as many products, pages, and offers, right? There's a cookie program. Like all of this stuff, guys, is included inside your partner program. All right. But like we started at the beginning of the call, how many of you are thinking, wait a minute, if I can use this simple little software and I can do like he did with the baseball coach, and I can go set up my own sales pages and my own upsells and my own bump offers, and then I can turn around and run ads and I can bring in the stats for them. And on top of that, I can turn around and make people affiliates. Then if you were able to go out there and do this for other people, wouldn't it just make sense that you could add clients to our software? Yes or no? How many of you are getting this right now? How many of you are getting this? Now, what I want you guys to do is, first of all, see the value in what you're seeing here on the screen. But second of all, I want you guys to learn to do this because at some point I had an idea to go out there and create MintBird. And at some point I had an idea to go out there and create OfferMint. And here we are today. And this is exactly what I want you to be doing. How many of you want to learn how to do this stuff? Yes or no? You can do it with courses, you can do it with ebooks, you can do it with software. It doesn't really matter. I've done it with all of it. And I've done it with clients. Everything from freaking hairs to baseball to financial advisors to restaurant. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So we also get the multi-client portal. It looks just like this. You just come in here, you click a button, and you add your clients. And what's cool about it is you can go and log in as the client. So you're still inside of your account, but you go and you build out inside the client's account. Is this making sense to everybody? It's a whole entire suite. This is the whole entire suite. Okay? And remember, by the time you're done with this week, you're really going to see the value of what I'm sharing here, right? Because it's incredible. So you have unlimited clients. Your clients get the pro access, one-click login. There's a built-in CRM. I don't think I'm going to share with you guys the CRM that we're gifting you to because I don't want to overwhelm you guys, but you're going to get a CRM. You get to set your own prices. Uh, and guys, when you can go out there and actually do the service for them and not just resell a software, you can actually charge decent money. Okay. So here's what's included with Platinum. Everything I showed you inside of MintBird, you're going to get the pro version of that. Everything inside of MintBird Pro, you're going to receive everything there. And then everybody that's in Platinum, I'm going to spend an extra 3 days with you to help you with your partner program, to help you with your ads, and to help you with the other one that I just went blank. Partner program, ads, and then somebody tell me the other one, right? So we're going to do all that. I'm going to spend 3 days with you on that. So you got the MintBird ad suite, the MintBird partner program, and then we're going to set up your clients. That's what it is. So I got to spend an extra 3 days with you to make sure that you guys do everything there, right? So if you guys add all that up, you can see the value is $8,082. Now, guys, I'm going to tell you right now, this is not a bluff. My platinum offers sell for $1,297. Depending on the offer, sometimes it sells for $1,997. Okay? But if I show it here on the screen, you're going to see right now, you can go buy any one of these platinum offers and they're $1,297. They're $1,297. Okay? But what I wanted to do is I wanted to do something very, very special because I know that we're getting ready to get into a very, very extensive week. And you have two options where you can come in. Okay? And like I said, you need to invest in yourself to really pay attention and go to the next level. So yeah, thank you so much for highlighting that. That's great. There's the coupon code that you see right there on the screen. We have set up a $300 coupon code for you. You guys can see it right there on the screen. MintBird Pro. Does everybody see this? $300 coupon. Okay. So now you get to join me as well as the platinum members. And we're going to take that $12.97, which it will be right after the launch. And you guys have seen this now. Like I do raise the price and it'll be $9.97. That's your platinum offer. That's where you get the whole enchilada. So for everybody that's been asking about the ad suite, about clients, about all that stuff, there it is right there. It's all right there on the screen. This is your chance to lock it in. Okay? Now, I do have one bonus, and because of the value of this whole package, I don't have to go crazy with bonuses, but here's the bonus for you. Okay? So I showed you how to take OfferMint and basically put a button on the page. We talked about it. We're going to do that now, right? But we talked a lot about that. Okay? But there's also another scenario. We can also go create those offers and we can give them away. We can bundle them or we can bonus them together. All right? And in order to do that, guys, the very best way we're going to do that is we go out there and we create pages like this. So we don't have a add to cart button on the page, but we have a button set up to give something away. So you can see, unlock my breakthrough offerment framework, the secret engine behind six-figure digital offers. People will go and enter their email address on this all day long. Okay? So this page right here, guys, this is what I want you to learn to create, as well as everything we're doing inside of MintBird. You've probably seen pages like this just recently, or pages like this. They're all set up just to get the email. They're not set up to get the sale. They're set up to get the email. So we want to be able to do both. We want to be able to take the offers that we create and we want to be able to pull them into MintBird and we want to be able to sell them. But we also want to use OfferMint Pro to go out there and generate leads and build a list. Is everybody starting to get this right now? This is all stuff that we have working in our business. All of this stuff is working in our business. And the pages that you're seeing here on the screen, guys, it took about 2 minutes for me to create. Super, super fast. I even shot a video in the tutorial showing you how I did it. Okay? and that's OfferMint Pro. And we've been talking about OfferMint Pro. And we use OfferMint Pro, and we use MintBird all together in one system, but I have it broke down into separate components so that you don't get overwhelmed. Is this making sense now? I'm seeing some questions about the coupon code not working, Matt. All right, they'll deal with that. So guys, just like I use MintBird, you can see here on the screen, these lead steps that are part of OfferMint Pro, we use them every day, all the time. Bridge pages, all the time. Setting up tracking links, all of this stuff that's included inside of OfferMint Pro, this is stuff that we actually use every single day. And we're going to get into using all of this stuff this week as well. Okay? But in addition to that, you're also going to become a reseller for OfferMint so that you have your own pages, you have your own links, and you're able to go out there and give away OfferMint and you're able to make commissions. And what we do is we turn around and we put you inside of our reseller program. Now, guess what? That reseller program that you see there on the screen, guys, is the same exact one that you can set up. Everything that you're seeing here on the screen, I get to teach you how to do this week. Now, you either get to watch it be done or you get to do it with me. But no matter what, you're going to have value this week. Does that make sense? And if you don't come in now, that's okay. You'll come in later during the week because you're going to see the value of this. And you're going to see, okay, this guy is actually doing these things every single day. And he's able to get me to the finish line. Right? And it's going to be good. And we got a lot to cover this week. So with the pro version, you're also going to get the VIP tickets, where after the event ends, you can stick around and ask questions. And that's where we're going to go into the power sessions. And everything I showed you today, where we're bringing stats and we have our ad suite and everything, well, it's because we actually do these things. So we're going to teach you guys how to do these things. It's going to be bonus session number 1, the $5 Facebook ads. Next, we got the 6-figure launch blueprint. Where did number 2 go? And then we have, remember what I told you? The $1 million graphics. Remember that baseball design that I showed you? There are certain ways to do that. So we're going to cover all of that inside of this week. So you guys get the coupon codes and you're going to get OfferMint Pro. Now, here's the thing. If you already bought OfferMint Pro and you want to turn around and purchase MintBird right now, then I've got a series of bonuses that you can pick that are way more valuable than OfferMint Pro, or you just let me know and we will refund you through PayPal. Because I want to make sure that you guys get credit for taking action and purchasing OfferMint Pro. And you're going to need it. You are going to need it. Okay?
Chad, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
There we go. Sorry, I couldn't unmute myself earlier. I tested the coupon a little while ago and it was working for me. If someone is having the coupon, if they could reach out to the support email, we'll look into it, but it was working for me.
Did we give him the coupon code? Can you put the coupon code in the chat?
I can only do personal replies. I can't message everyone. The coupon code is MintBird Pro. Oh, that's the platinum one. The MintBird Pro coupon is MintBird Pro. The platinum one is platinum.
Yeah, there's your, how come there's no coupon for platinum? It's right there on the screen.
Let me go and check to see if it's on the page and auto applying. That may be the case. Let me go and have a look. I'll double check.
Yep. So look, this is what I offer every single time, guys. When you build a piece of software for 3 years and you've suck as much money as I have, like 250 grand or whatever, I come out there and I launch what's called a platinum offer. And you're seeing it right now. And there will be another one after this and another offer after this. And these are the things that I get to teach you. This is what I get to teach you. So platinum is as high as it goes. That's it. That's it. There's nothing after platinum. That's it. I gave you two choices. So we took the whole entire funnel, we rolled it into platinum, we saved you 600 bucks. There's still a lot of people on this call, Matt. Let me come back over here to the questions. Hold on a second. Remember, I'm on a different computer than I plan on being. But let's come over here. You can still see my screen, right, Matt?
Yep, I'm just trying to catch up with the questions as well.
Okay. So look, guys, if I want to create a new funnel, I'm just going to call it webinar for now, right? We'll call it webinar, add sales funnel. Okay, now look, this is going to come in. Now watch. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to add my step. So I'm going to go ahead and do this one. Now I've added my front end. See it? Now I'm going to come over here. I'm going to add my upsell. Remember what I showed you? Now I got my upsell. Now I'm going to come over here. I'm going to add my downsell. Now I got my downsell. Now I'm going to come over here and add another upsell. Now I got my upsell. And now I'm going to come over here and put my confirmation page. And that's it. I'm done. Did you guys see that? That in itself, oh man, that in itself is worth the money. Like, seriously, that's it. That's how that works, right? Let me see if I can show you something else. You guys know that Amazon had all these outages the other day. We're still dealing with it, but let me see if I can come over here and show you something kind of cool that we didn't talk about, but let me see if Facebook will give it to me. So I'm inside of a client's account right now. See this right here? See these coming in? These are leads coming in right now, guys. So this person's getting leads for 94 cents, $1.48, 64 cents. This one's out of hand. Facebook does this sometimes. $2, $1.29, 43 cents, 55 cents, $1.67, $1.93. So not only can we do sales funnels, we can go out there and we can do leads on Facebook. We can do likes. We can do followers. Look at this, 31 cents, 74 cents. You guys are like seeing this stuff in real time right now, right? It's so simple. This platform is so fast. It's so easy. And let me show you guys something else too that you guys will like. Because some of you already have this. If you already purchased OfferMint Pro, you already have this. But let me come over here to, do I want to do a lead step or let me get out of this account? So look, I'm inside this client's account and I'm going to click here to get back to my account. See that? Now I'm back in my account. See how fast that is? Now let's come over here and let's go into my account and let's play for a minute. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this URL. I'm going to put this in the chat. Now, there's nothing sneaky about what I'm doing right now or anything else. I just want to show you guys something. I want to show you something pretty cool. All right. Can you guys see that link? Type in the chat. Let me know if you can see that link. Type in the chat. Let me know if you can see that link. Okay, good. Now watch. Just watch over here, guys. But as soon as this loads, look, did you guys opt in? Watch how fast that page is. Opt in real quick. Go ahead and do that. And let's just sit here and watch this dashboard for a minute. And then I'll come back to your questions. You guys seen this in real time? New one just came in. Go ahead and opt in. Opt in. You're lighting up the map. Are you guys seeing this right now? I'm going to come over here and I'm going to hide this data real quick. I should have done that. Sorry. I'll go just like this. Okay. Look, are you guys seeing the map light up? You guys have this. You guys have this system right now. If you have OfferMint Pro, you have this system. So you get to tie this system into MintBird, guys. Like this offer is just insane to me. Like it's insane. And then, but I'm not worried about it because you guys are going to see it all week. You're going to see it. You're going to be like, okay, I totally get it now. Like I understand the value of this, right? Uh, well, if you don't want MintBird, you don't have to buy MintBird. Uh, offer mint equals lead magnet. Offer pro equals tripwire. Sure. Uh, something with the checkout, man. For it all. I've had it for 3 years. And yes, it can be integrated with whatever you want because what I can do is I can come over here to these integrations. Go ahead, tell me, tell me what you guys are looking to integrate with. Like seriously, what do you, and we have a whole entire integration team that's adding these integrations all the time. What does MintBird Pro not have versus MintBird Platinum? I can show you the Pro versus Platinum. So no matter what, here's the thing, guys. No matter what, this is what I want to leave you guys with, right? If we come over here and if we look at offerments, okay, no matter what, guys, at the end of the day, you have offerment. Okay? Can everybody type that in the chat? No matter what, you have offerment. Okay? Good. I'm watching the comments. You guys all have offerment and you get to spend the week with me where we're going to be diving into offerment and we're going to be diving into MintBird. Make sense? Whether you choose to have it or not, that's up to you right now. And I'm okay with it either way. But the people that are smart are going to do the steps with me. The people who are smart are going to do steps with me. So you could go through the whole entire week doing the steps, get exactly where you need to get. And then on top of that, you have the software to do whatever you want to do, as many as you want to do. That's pretty incredible. That's the way I would be looking at it. Uh, need to sell some stuff, gone on late. Where can we find a recording? They'll get the recording out, Larry. Uh, let's see. Are you integrated with Product Dino? Yeah. We're good friends with Jeremy too. We're good friends with those people. Okay. So we can't do the steps with you, Chad, unless we have MintBird. Is that right? You can do the steps for OfferMint. Sure. And we do have Sendio. You can do the steps for OfferMint. But then it's up to you how far you want to go. It's up to you how far you want to go, right? Um, but I will tell you, OfferMint's a pretty incredible gift, guys. It's a pretty incredible gift. One more time, the coupon code for MintBird Pro. Can you type that in the chat, G? Does this program integrate with Cindy? Sandy, can I use OfferMint Pro? The training we are getting for free is worth thousands after this week's learning. We should have a product that will make 100 times investment. Yeah, exactly, Mike. Exactly. Thank you, Mike. Mike gets it. And my guess is Mike will probably be successful, right? Um, I think some confusion is what does Offermint do and how it connects. Offermint is going to do your outline. Offermint is going to do your marketing plan. And then when you have those things, those two things together, then Offermint builds out your page for you inside of MintBird. And remember what I said, you want to build out your page before you build out the deliverable, before you build out the course, before you build out. I laid out that whole entire strategy for you guys. Yeah. Let's see. Gosh, you've asked 100 times to be a part of the partner program playbook to build some cash, please. I don't know how to answer that. I've wasted around 10K on multiple tools trainings, and this system blows them away. Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it. We need MintBird to run ads. No, you don't need MintBird to run ads. You do not need MintBird to run ads. Um, what MintBird will do is MintBird has your funnel stats and everything. It will pull in your ads. It will pull in your ads from Facebook. So the lead pages cannot be built with OfferMint Pro. They can. They can and they should be. Look, this is OfferMint Pro, what you're seeing here, right? And I am so scared to confuse you guys. I don't want to confuse you guys, but look, this right here is OfferMint Pro, what you're seeing, which by the way, this sold for $297 back in the day too. And if you come over here, guys, you'll see when you come over here to video tutorials, this exact video that I'm doing right now is inside of here. Like this exact page that I created earlier, right? Where you can do the gradients, you can shuffle down, you could do the two steps. Like that's a $297 software that you guys locked in for 47 bucks. So you got OfferMint Pro for free. You got the $297 software for 47 bucks. Uh, and on top of that, MintBird is open for a little while. I suggest you lock it in if you plan on spending time with me this week. If not, plan on spending time with me this week. And then my guess is that you'll come back and say, hey, I kind of understand what you were doing now. Can I get in on that offer? And the answer is yes. Let's see. Uh, submit it. Yeah, nicely support, Perry. Come on now, you know that. Nicely support. Does this work for offering monthly SaaS service to other businesses? It could. Like where we mainly use it is for obviously digital products, courses, masterminds, replays, anything digital. But we also use it for like physical stuff, shirts, hats, mugs, t-shirts, all this stuff we do out of this facility here, guys. We can teach you how to do all that stuff, right? So, uh, how do we use our own domain name? You do. You can use your own domain name. You can have as many domains as you want to. Matter of fact, you can just come over here. If I show you my domains, look at that. Look at that. Those are all my domains. You could do the same thing. Like it's so ridiculous. Like we just gave that system away. Like $47 was crazy. Um, Is it going to be workshop every day? Yeah, it's supposed to be for the next 3 days. But you guys, man, I'm big on mindset. Like I want people like showing up like on a scale of 1 out of 10, I'm like a 10 and I'm ready to crush it out. And I want to map all this stuff out. Like, uh, you know, that's those are, those are the kind of people I like to work with. Does MintBird Platinum come with the control center that shows the locations? Yes, it does. Does OfferMint Pro sell the funnels and upsell page with integrated sales? But OfferMint Pro just does the mapping, and that's going to lead to MintBird that builds out your page. Uh, does the MintBird ad suite pull in our ads not placed through MintBird? Oh, you can't place ads through MintBird. Um, you can't you place your ads through Facebook or Google, uh, and then what happens is you pull them in through MintBird, right? So if I open this up, if we look at, because right now everything's off for this launch, so it's pulling in. Facebook is feeding us data right now. Okay, so now it's fed me all this data. Now look, I can see that this one ad here we spent $11,000 and it's made 18,000, right? So this ad had 159% profit margin. So we're acquiring customers for $41 and average order value is $106. This is it on the screen, guys. Like you guys are, and then here's all the funnel data down below. So yeah, is it intimidating? Yeah, it is, but not when you just look over here. Uh, Whoops, I stopped sharing my screen. Sorry, guys. Uh, okay. When can we have the chance to give away the offer for free? Today. Let people know that PayPal is offering 100% financing with MasterCard instant approval. Oh, that's good. MintBro Pro is one-time payment. Yes, it is one-time payment. As long as your ads are in the green, you're good to go. Yeah, that's Courtney just said it, guys. As long as you're in the green, you can increase your budget. If this is red, you need to stop. Can you explain the partner program in the platinum version? Sure. How about if I just show you? So this partner program has paid out $10,000. So if I were to come in here and if you can have separate programs. So like if I look at the VIP program, these are all pages, offers that I've added to the program. So if I want to pull in a new one, I just click here and I choose my offer. So if I want to do like this, and there we go, I'm done. I just save changes. It's now been added to the program. So I could set my commission here. Like I don't want to overwhelm you guys, but it literally is just one, it literally is just one pull in, and that's it. Yeah. Let me show you what it looks like on the front side. Let me show you what it looks like on the front side. So I'll go to a short link real quick. All right. So let me go ahead and log in. So this is what your affiliates would see. Okay, so now I log in as an affiliate. This is what you guys will see. And when the affiliate just wants to come and get their link, they just click this button. And there you go. Now they got their link. Now they can come over here. And if they open up this page, pretend like this is your product. Okay, there it is. There it is. If somebody buys, that affiliate gets paid. Yeah, that's the partner program. What else? You know what's cool about this too, guys, is I have some of our customers on the call. We get updates like, if not every day, every week. My team, I have a whole entire team that is building updates in our software all the time, all the time. So when people have ideas, they share it. Um, it's it's really a pretty amazing opportunity. I think you guys would really benefit from it. Is a partner program. Can I complete a video course product using OfferMint Pro? You can lay out the course. We'll get into deliverables this week. Okay. Still a lot of people on this call.
Yeah, 170 people still here, over 170, still going through the questions, getting this slowly. Yeah, OMP was off a Mint Pro. I don't know why that didn't click in my head. Everybody else was a lot quicker than me working that one out. Mark says he thought that's meant other people's money. No, in this case, off Mint Pro, I think.
Well, we wanted them focused on the money, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Where do we get a link to platinum? Being completely honest with you myself, this is for fast movers. I'm a mover, but I'm a slow learner, so I'll stick with OfferMint Pro and dive into it. Yeah, stick to the workshops too. Guys, I hope you understand that what you're doing here is like long haul. This is this is not some product that you're gonna buy and then go buy. I mean, the, What I'm showing you today is maybe 5% of everything that we have to offer. It's unbelievable. Like we have a whole entire eco cycle that only our mastermind knows about, our high dollar mastermind, right? So I'm just giving you a little bit and I'm really trying not to overwhelm you guys, right? So you guys already have, can you guys see my screen? Let me come back over here. Okay. Yeah. All right. So I broke down MintBird, right? And just listen to me closely, okay? The offerment that we have given you is inside of MintBird. Okay, so if you choose to get Pro or Platinum, you don't even have to log into Offerment anymore. You can do it right inside of MintBird. So look, I'm not taking away your free access. I will not do that. And I already told you guys you're grandfathered in. Okay. But once you have MintBird, Offerment's already inside of there. Okay. So you can see on the left side, I did everything I could to show you. I can get to Offerment from my MintBird. All right, does everybody got that much? I'm just going to ask you guys each step of the way. Okay, good. So notice I'm inside of MintBird, but this is Offerment. Okay. Now I can still log in Offerment if I want to, but there's no reason to now, right? Like you're in. You are absolutely in, right? When you have MintBird. Okay. Now the Pro one, I'll show you the Pro. The Pro is super valuable too, but guys, Offerment is about building the product, right? Laying out the foundation, getting clear on the marketing for it. Offerment Pro is the two things that you need to start your marketing, which is links and pages. Okay, so you have like affiliate links, and then you're able to create what's called lead steps and bridge pages, and those are set up to capture leads. Okay. And then when we want to go out there and sell our own products, we have MintBird. And MintBird is where we're putting a button on the page. Does that help? And what's going to happen is you guys will just use all these pieces at once. But if I had given it to you all at once, you would have been so overwhelmed. So instead, we have three different phases. Right now, we're doing the planning and doing the marketing plans and building the foundation. At the same time, I'm trying to give you an affiliate link and show you how to set up your links and create lead steps so that you can capture leads. And then it's going to come natural where you're like, okay, the skills that I've learned, I want to go out there and do this for myself. And that's where you're creating your own products. Okay. All right. Will the Platinum create the update pages with automatic password and login sent to my customers? I love how your software email sends login info. Does Platinum create these logins? Um, I'll have to check on that. When you add a client, is that what you mean? Welcome in, Michael. I have Pop Links page about Platinum. Do I need MintBird Pro? It's up to you, Larry. If you like what you're seeing, I guess you need it. If you want to run ads, if you want to do the partner program, if you want to have clients, then yeah, you need it, right? So what I told everybody is that I've given you this incredible software and I'm going to spend the week with people. And as long as people are positive and believe they can do something, then we're going to have a super productive week. So Sharon's saying, can I still buy PageSprout? Yeah, but I'm not trying to sell Page Sprout. I'm trying. I'm trying to see. I'm trying to keep you guys focused, and you guys want to go everywhere, right? It's tough for me. You can still buy Page Sprout though, sure. So we're gonna spend some time together this week, and I think you're gonna see that okay, there's a lot of value here, and the software makes sense, and then it's up to you what you want to do. And I think it'll be a great investment for you. Is that fair? Uh, Installation payments. I'll check on that. I don't know if they got that approved. Okay. I want to have all of your softwares. I love your stuff. Well, yeah, you can send me a message on Facebook. I probably have a better solution for you. I'm getting to the bonus, right? So what I told people is that if you want to join me for the whole week, you can, regardless if you purchase or not, you get to. Most people are going to charge you to go through the coaching for the week. I'm like, no, 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 I want to do it for everybody. Um, but these are additional pro features. Okay. So you can only buy the pro today, which is usually $397, and we gave you a coupon code that dropped it down to $297. And Matt's doing a great job putting the links in the chat. And then I introduced our big guy, which is what she is asking about when she says, I love all of your software. I want to buy all of it. Yeah, because when you start using our software, you'll realize, wow, I'm having good success. So that's where we added the MintBird ad suite. And I logged into my account and I showed this to you. Um, and then we added the partner program. This is where you have your own affiliates. And then you have the multi-client. Now, let me kind of clarify something. This is not set up for you. Like, I don't want you doing like what you do with Go High Level. Like, I'm sorry, I don't. I want you doing like what I do for this guy. I go build out everything for him and I charge him. I don't just resell the software and give him access, right? Like, I'm going to make more money. Matter of fact, we make 30% of the profits from him. Um, and the reason why is because he doesn't want to learn the software, guys. He just wants the results of it, right? The only existing members, Matt, are the mastermind members. Platinum's new to everybody else. Okay, so this is what's included with Platinum, right? Everything in basic, everything inside the Pro. I'm going to spend 3 extra days with Platinum building out your partner program, helping you with the ad suite, as well as showing you how to add clients. So you're also going to get the MintBird ad suite, the MintBird partner program, and the multi-client suite. And guys, you can do your homework and shop around at these different platforms. And I'm here to tell you it's a steal. It's a steal. And when you see how easy our software is, how powerful it is, how fast it is, it's a great deal. And this thing will be just like all of our other offers here that people are asking to buy on this call. This thing will go to $12.97, and people will buy it all day long. They always do because we put our heart and soul into our software. Okay. So that is your coupon. Uh, yep, $300 coupon. And I think so. We took the 12.97, guys, which is what the price will be, and we applied. When you apply this coupon, it takes you down to 9.97. Okay. So now, is everybody crystal clear on that? I'm sorry to hear that, Angela. If I have OfferMint, how and where do I be able to get offer my customers? You guys will have a link today, okay? You guys will have a link today. We just had to get through this presentation first. Um, if I decide to buy the 297 MintBird Pro because that includes OfferMint Pro that we bought for 47, do we get the OMP 47? Yeah, you can get that back. I'll give it to you back. Like we'll just send it to your PayPal. Or I'll offer you a really, really good bonus. Do I need to spend anything after investing 997? No, you don't. You're in. This is MintBird Pro, correct? For 297. See attach after I paid the 297. I don't know what we're seeing here. Gotta go. Good chat, boys. You're right. Your today was subpar compared to your thumbnail pick. Maybe break out a comb before tomorrow's call. Uh,
It's a
oh, not.
reference to my hair. I need to
Oh,
get my
okay. I'm like,
hair
I'm like,
cut. Yeah.
I did my hair. All right.
It's just my hair. I'll have my hair cut by Friday's workshop.
Well, I'm glad. All right. Thanks, Chad. Crazy good tools as usual. Thanks, Gaynor. I appreciate it. Where is the training so I can take off any recording? Will it be a done for you program when I invest 997? I'm asking this since I'm completely new. No. We don't do done for you on funnels. We do done for you on other stuff, but not funnels. I really appreciate it. You're welcome. You are welcome. Where are the integrations located? They're inside of your GC. So you'll see a little circle up at the top if you have OfferMint Pro. Um, okay. Any other questions, Matt?
I am still going through and answering a couple more. Give me another 2 or 3 minutes, please.
Okay. Can we see the ad stats of all different ad platforms? Right now, Facebook is the one, and I think we have YouTube. I don't run on YouTube because the ads got so expensive. I mean, pretty much everything is Facebook right now. And the thing is, guys, I didn't show it. Maybe I did, but we can not only show our funnel sales, uh, we can show like I showed you the lead ads, and then like we do a lot with like campaigns and followers to get subscribers that way. You can do all that stuff with this with the stats.
Greg, MintBird Pro in the funnel is $397. You're getting $100 discount. The who's that innovator? The workshop information, you'll get it via email, but there is an updates page here as well. And yeah, thank you for Courtney's kind words as well. He says he's been in Chad's world for about 10 years and Chad always supports his stuff and his training and innovation is top notch. Top notch. Yeah, I'm on board with that. I'm moving most of my business across to MintBird as well. Tushar, yes, MintBird Pro is a one-time payment. Christine, no, the phone app is simply a simple option for people to do the learning through that rather than online. Some people like to do it on their phone or tablet or something like that. So you don't need to use the app. We're just offering that as another option. Right, Chad, I think we are done. I think we're going to have to wind this up because we need to get this edited and out to people.
Yeah.
Yep. Everybody, thank you so very much for being here. Thank you very much for all your questions and for bearing with us. We had some technical issues at the start. It's been a long day. It's been a long webinar and workshop, but worth it. Thank you for being here.
Yes, thank you, everybody. Watch your email. I just got to look into this mic issue, and then yeah, I'm gonna shoot an email, and then I think we're gonna get started.
And I'll get my hair cut for Friday.
Okay. Thank you, everybody. I
Okay.
appreciate it. And everybody that came aboard, pro, platinum, whatever, like Thank you so much. And our support desk is nicelysupport.com. And we'll be talking to you guys here very shortly. Thank you.